Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Have you recovered from that amazing release party that we had on Tuesday? That was crazy. So much good stuff, right? Hi, I'm over in the comments here and I see Vintage Colors. She had a question about when the collection would be available again, and I just had a message from Sizzix. The needle book and the embroidery hoop are available, and the sewing book is going to be a little bit longer. I won't be able to ship it out until I won't get it until they are not shipping out until the 15th. So it's going to be a couple weeks, guys. So we're maybe just concentrate on the other dies first. I did post some in my Etsy store, a couple of the needle book and the embroidery hoop. So if you want them, you can go ahead over there and get them if you don't have them. Hey Liz, how are you? Who else is here? There's Angie. Hey Glum. Hi Karen, Charlotta, Jeline, Brenda, Elaine, Marion, Beatrice, Laura. Laura, you crack me up with your your comment in the fan club. Hi Diane, Team Karen in the house. Hey Tanya. Oh, Glum is giving her regal greetings to her subjects. Okay. All right, everybody. Good to see you. Hey, Lois. All right. I sent out a batch, the first batch. There were 18 that I got, and I sent them out, the collection, last night. Hi, Jody. Hi, Jane. All right. Well, and let me also say hi to our Instagram friends. There's Vicky Marie from New Jersey. Ann Lover, how are you? From nearly in my Nova area. Who else is on Instagram? Good to see you guys. Thanks for hopping on. The problem is I'm not able to see both of you at one time. So I see Madeline here is in the group. So she can answer any questions if you have them, if I don't get to you. I'm hoping that they can integrate, you know, the Instagram comments into the stream, because I have to go into 2 windows. So anyway, so technical. But, oh, Jody is sewing and embroidering as I watch. Jody, I always think, I saw the apron that you gave me when I was out there in Iowa. I still have it and I love it. I just don't wear a lot of aprons. I just get my shirts dirty. Hi, Lisa. Can you re-show the new dies? Yes, you can. Yeah, I can. All right, let me do that right now. I was going to show the needle book, so I'll show them all together. All right, so thank you for that nice intro. These are the dies that we had released on Tuesday. Well, they were actually released on the 1st. So here they are. This is the cantilever sewing box. And I do have a video out on how to assemble that. So if it looks hard to you, it's not. And I've had so many comments, people saying, I have that die, but I've never done it because it looks hard. So you can watch on the video that it's easy. It really is easy. I do them in stacks of 3. Some people put them together all at the same time. It's just a little bit of cutting. That's all. So, and I would recommend that you cut this out of a thick material. You could do it out of paper, but I just don't think it would hold up because you have weight, you have movement, and it's just better to do it out of mat board or chipboard, heavy duty, because this is a big die and there's a lot going on in it. So if you don't have it, I would, give it a try. Okay, that is the beauty of the steel rule dies, that you can cut thick material and score it. Okay, the next one is the embroidery hoop. We had some really cool samples, some shakers, some actual embroidery. I mean, crazy embroidery from Jenny and Amy with their shakers. We had everybody else with all different versions had it done out of paper. So this is a cute little die. You could even chop off the little piece up here and just use it for circles because it's really handy. All right, there's Leslie. Hey, Juliana, how are you? Yeah, the new old dies. These originally came out in 2015. So some of you may have some 1, 3, and maybe now you want to refresh them or try them again or do some additional things with them. So the third one we have is the needle book. That's the one that we're going to use today. And I have been running around finding more and more felt and more stuff to cut. Yes, Glum, you need brads. Oh, they did. They only had the one kind at Staples. Okay, I did get some on Amazon. I haven't gotten them yet. I was supposed to, but they're not here yet. But I got a bunch of them because I know I'm going to be making them. And why not just get a whole batch? Well, that's good to hear, Vintage Colors. We weren't sure how this was going to work, but we polled the people in our group and said, what ones do you want to see? And these were, well, the sewing box was the one. And then we thought, well, let's just do a whole sewing theme. So that's why today I want to show you. This is a needle book that I made and I've been using since 2015 when this came out. And it really, really works and it's cute. And so I just thought I'm going to recreate it here and you guys can see how it goes together. It's really easy. You're just going to cut 2. Now this one was made out of, this is actually, I think, regular felt. It's not the heavyweight. You can use that if you want. I was kind of thinking that I was going to make one for Nora because she's 7 years old and she loves to do crafts and I think she's ready for stitching. So I thought I'd give to her. Her birthday is March, so I can maybe give her like a little sewing kit, like one of those little, she would love it. I could do it in matching. Anyway, I didn't think of that till right now. Okay, Tanya says she ordered extra long brads by Tim Holtz on scrapbook.com. Okay, good to know. Marion, it does seem that all brads have this. Well, no, they don't all have the same pointy bits, the same length, pointy bits. The smaller head brads have, shorter ones. The big ones have the long, and they kind of get in the way. So, yes, how is she 7 already? You should see her doing gymnastics. That girl. Yes. Oh, hey, Karen Rogers. Well, I'm glad you got on, Team Karen. Also, guys, I told you about this something that I got from Ann Barnes. Well, I finally found it, and it was right on my table. But I want to show you because it is beautiful. It was a fall card. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It is, I mean, I looked at it. I may frame it. I mean, it's just so pretty. And she wrote me a nice note inside, and she was going to send it to Mom and lost the address and said, I'll just send it to you. So maybe I'll take it up to Mom's. I was going to go up today, but I think I'm going to wait until after Monday, I have to be on Create and Craft, Hobby Maker. And I forgot, and I can't do it from her place because I'm not sure about her internet. Anyway, you don't need to know any of that, but I love this, so I'll bring it up and show Mom because it's kind of half and half. Mom is not so hot again, so I just feel like I need to go up and see what's going on there. So, but yesterday she was good, so I thought, all right, I probably over the weekend I'm good to wait. So let me show you a couple things. Probably let me turn the camera down, and you can see I have some samples to show you. Hang on, why is this not coming down? Oh, there we go. Look at this contraption. It's crazy, but it's so handy. Okay, look at that. All right, so let me just show you what we're going to use today. And these are things that I have in my shop. This is a mat board if you need it for the, let me get my die back. Because you can make this out of mat board and you make a little book out of it. I mean, there is no reason, because it's a scoreboard. You can see it's got those score lines in there. Now, when you cut the felt, you don't really use them except maybe as a guide. If you have thick felt, you can kind of see, but the other die I'm going to use is this, because this flower is kind of fun. This I think would be cute also for needles, and somebody had used it in one of their books. So anyway, I brought this die out and we may cut some stuff. I wanted to show the different weights of fleece or felt and how they cut. So I brought some of each here and we can go through and look at it, because some of it used to be you couldn't cut it was harder to cut the craft felt with the steel, with the dies, the thinlits, because I don't know, it's the felt is made out of, like, sorry, I'm trying to get this right here and I just can't do it. Going the wrong way. Good Lord. I cannot believe this. Anyway, I'm gonna be crooked and that's gonna drive me nuts. Wait a minute. Oh, now we're way off. Don't get seasick. I have my new holder here. Wait, I'm scooting it down. God, help me. This is hard, guys. I don't know why it won't say straight. Oh, okay, maybe Tanya. Use the file folder. Yes, I did too. Now, I put mine in the middle. Here's the one I showed you the other day. And if you weren't here for the release party, this is one that I did. I'm not quite done with it, but I just need to back this because I don't like how that looks. So I'll probably take another piece of felt and I'll cut it a little shorter, but I will get that and then just glue that in there is what I'm thinking. I could stitch it, but I probably will glue it. Then I had this little file folder in the center, and I did glue this in, because I wish I had thought of it when I was stitching, but I didn't. So anyway, the thing I wanted to show you, and Amy Powers had told me about this, this is a way to store your scissors without having to worry about them coming out of the little holder. And I love it. And it just it holds it so securely, really nice. So this is one that I had started. Now this felt is it's from Kuhn & Felt, and it's a craft felt, but it's extra thick, like double thick. And this is a wool felt that I have. The thing, so the different categories are, you can get wool felt, which has more natural fibers in it, and even those come in different degrees of wool that they have in them. You know, some are 30%, some are 50%. Some are 100%. That's really expensive and kind of fluffy. Yes, the tiny envelope will fit in here. Wait, where is my... I don't have one cut, but we can cut one, Glum. But yes, it will. Because Tanya did it. So there's craft felt that's thick. Then there's craft felt that's thinner. You know, when you go to like Hobby Lobby, the thick ones are like 99 cents a sheet, 9 by 12, and the thinner ones are like 33 cents a sheet. And they're getting better, actually. The quality is, I think, a lot better. These here are the wool felt, and this is like a wool that I did French knots on, and this is a wool that I embroidered. So I really like using the colors from the wool felt because they come in a lot prettier colors, I think. Now they're getting better. And they even have patterns now, and I'll show you some that I found. But there's that. Okay, so there's wool felt and craft felt. The wool felt cuts beautifully with your thinlet dyes. The craft felt sometimes, because it's made out of water bottles, it's recycled, and it's like plastics, it is a little more resistant to cutting, but you can just go through with your scissors and snip. So it's still perfectly fine to cut. Okay, this one I think was thin craft felt, and what I did here was, like I said, I used 2 different colors, and I just cut the die twice, and so we're going to do that. And then you can see the score lines in here. Now this is thin, but it never did go through. So, you know, I've been using this. The stitching kind of keeps it together. I did want to say these are wool felt. I did get these, and I have them in my shop if anybody needs. I got white and 2 greens because I felt like you always need greens, and white is just anything. You put any color on there. So I got a bolt of it, and I do have these in the Etsy store. So if you want the nice wool felt, this is the green that I use here, and I think it's pretty. It's called moss, I think. And then there's a light, like a spring green. Okay. So also what I did was, this is the little piece that comes with the die. So I just took 2 flowers, and I stitched the back on here, and then brought it around here, and I took a Velcro piece and stitched that, or glued it onto the Velcro, and then the Velcro sticks to the felt, so you have a nice little closure. So anyway, let's go and get going on this. Oh, and I brought some samples because I thought you might want to see. The other day we were talking about the little needle book. This was a bigger one. This was made with the pocket notebook die, and when I went over to the UK, we did this as we traveled around. And so you can keep your needles in here. You can do all kinds of practice stitches. These were some other dies called Stitchlets that I did like in 2015. I don't think I have any of them left, but this is a piece of that I did a lot of stitching on, and then I attached it with Velcro. So I did kind of started collecting charms and buttons as I went through the UK and stitched them on here and made it part of the little, oh, Karen has hers right there. Oh, that was where I met Karen and Sarah Lizzie and Jenny Atkinson. So I love this, that I can add right onto the front with my Velcro, and it stays fine. And then I made another one like this, and got a little carried away with my French knots, I would say. But this one, I added the heart, and you can put your scissors in here too. But this has floss for some reason, and my needles. Okay. And then this is a little pocket over here, and I've got more floss, and I don't know what's in there. There's actually 2 pockets because I doubled it. So I wanted to cover the back. That had a lot of bumps and stitches. So yeah. And then I love that little bird. I can't find it anymore. They used to have it at Joann's or Michael's on a string, and they don't have it anymore. So anyway, I like to cut when I have scraps of felt or whatever, but the felt is nice. I cut little flowers with whatever is left over, and then I keep them in a bag, and I have them. I have a huge bag of little flowers, so we can even use some that I have already made. Then just a few more. I started getting them out. It's like, oh, why not? All right, this one I made out of the, That was the scallop, no, the card caddy. Yeah, this was the card caddy. So I just cut one strip all around, and then I added the front here, and I forgot to back the bottom. So I have needles in here, but they're always in danger of coming out. But they haven't yet. And then I put my floss and maybe a project. I like to bring a little clip if I'm working with a hoop and my, fabric is sticking out. I have a little clip but I was thinking this would be cute. And I was talking to Amy the other day and showing her to put grommets in here, make like a little purse out of it. So, oh, good, Karen. I'm glad you got it. Okay, that's good. I also have a couple other dies. This one is the teacup, and it's so cute because it fits the tea bags, depending on the size that you get. And I just added a couple little embellishments here. These are some of those other flowers. So I cut two of them, and then I stitched first, and then I just sewed them up together with a blanket stitch. So that's easy. That's probably the most common stitch I do, the blanket stitch, because it looks pretty and it holds everything together. So this is the other teacup that I designed a while ago. It's not here anymore. It's gone. Goodbye. Here's a little mug I did. This was a long one, long ago. I can't even remember, but that one I thought would be cute for like a little hot chocolate pouch. Hey Sheila, how are you? You were watching FBI. So this is a lot of embroidery, but it was kind of fun to see what would fit here. I used a piece of rickrack that came with the die, or came with another die. Sorry, my throat is not cooperating today. All right, what is this one? This is the notebook die, and all I did was cut it out of felt and fold it, and then I made pockets so I could put stuff in here. And then more embroidery. I used some buttons. This was a fun one. So this one is all felt and just little, yes, Starbucks coffee pouches would be cute. Hi, Anne. Yes, they would be gift card holders too. Hey, Mary Beth. And this one this one, it drove me crazy. I kept looking at it and I never did finish the back. So it had all these little ugly things inside. So I finally found a fabric that matched and just lined it. And that's also a little pocket. And here too. So, this would be good. Too bad it doesn't fit your phone, but you could make a bigger one. You could do one like this and add another flap and do your phone and credit cards. Oh yeah, and I did one. Oh, I did more. Look at that. How clever. I wondered why it was so thick. I made these a while ago. So lots of pockets. So you could take this out if you were going to the store, put your keys in here, your credit card, and whatever you need inside, little notebook, pen. So that was a fun one. Here's another one. I really like these colors. So I went a little crazy on these. This one has a couple pockets. So thank you. Thanks, everybody. A little money wallet. Yeah, they could be. They can be whatever you want. And then this one is a little tiny book. And that one was a lot of embroidery, but then I added buttons. And yes, I love when I surprise myself. That's because I can't remember anything. And then I did experiment a little bit with beads down the side. And I liked how the sun and the cloud came out. I just made that, I think that was, no, that looks like that's all French knots. So anyway, that's that. And then one nice thing I wanted to show about felt is that you can make like a slit in it and add your button closure, and it doesn't ever fray or come apart or anything. So all you have to do is cut that little notch there and use it as a closure. This one is the scallop box. This was like in the first collection I ever did, and it's a scoreboard, but I just chopped off the flaps. So you can take all of your dies and use them with felt. I mean, this is what I really love about the steel rule dies, how many things you can cut. This was, I can't remember what that was from, but I made a keychain. I never used it though, because I think I put it on upside down. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, this is all made out of that gray felt, and I wanted to show you how much you can do with it. Now, here are a couple other things that I keep on hand. I like to have a nice collection of colors because you never know what you're going to need. And I also like to bring trim. So this is my go bag. That's all my floss colors in it, or the ones that I usually use. And then also some trims, because these look nice, like if you want to couch something, and that's when you would lay this out and then stitch over it so it looks like a cool border. Here's some little pom-pom trim in honor of Tanya. Oh, here's a needle, giant needle. You never know what you'll find in here. This stuff is really cool. This is chenille yarn. This looks like grass. I've done some stuff with grass, so I can kind of justify my yarn purchases. This is some pretty lace, and you know, you can kind of lay that down. You could glue it on and then stitch over it afterwards. So see what you have and just experiment with it. There's no right or wrong. And I also like to bring, because I do like to try new stitches, although I usually go back to my old favorites, but I found this somewhere and just carry that with me. In fact, I think that was a handout when I was on my trip. So it shows how to make some different stitches in case you forget, because you might remember and then say, how did I do that? You know, there's also videos you can watch on Instagram or YouTube, any stitch that you want to remember or see again. You know, just go on Google the stitch or hashtag the stitch and you'll get a bunch of videos. Okay. All right. Tanya saw her. She saw her pom-pom. Okay. Here's another one. And I love this. When I go to the thrift stores, I buy any old stitching book because I love how they present it. You know, they have the little hands on here. And again, these are some that I don't remember how to do, but it'll help me. You know, they have the written instructions and then the pictures. So this one is very old and, you know, pretty threadbare, but it does the job. That's why I put this in that little plastic thing. But look at how pretty those are, you know? Yeah, the stitch cheat sheet. Well, let me see if I have that, Laura, and I'll put it up in the group, okay? And I should say, if you guys are new to the channel or our group, go ahead over on Facebook to Eileen Hull Fan Club, and we have a whole big group over there. We share a lot of stuff, and that's where I'll put like some exclusive content. So go ahead over and join us there. We'd love to have you, okay? Just answer the questions, okay? Yeah, I do bring this with me when I'm traveling. I do. I also have these, and these are beads. And sometimes it's nice that, like that little bird I had, to just add one bead to be kind of a focal point or like a flower base. I also have these, which I thought would be pretty. Or you could use old jewelry, but those are kind of cool, aren't they? So someday, who knows? Thank you, Glum. All right, what else do we have here? Well, I have the felt, so I wanted to show you some of the felt samples. This I love. This is stuff that I got when I was out in Eugene, Oregon, and I cannot remember the name of the store. Oh, but it was so cool. And she acid dyed these. I think it was either acid dyed or salt dyed or some kind of unique way. This is I think it's all wool. And so I went and got some of these colors, and I think we're going to work with one of them. It's a blue, really pretty. Here's another one. So you never know how they're going to come out, but I got, and then my friend went out there. I was like, could you get me some more? So she sent them to me. So here's the blue. This is the one I want to use today. All right. So look at that, blues and purples in it. And then we have our Eco-Fi double thick. Okay, I use that a lot, and I have more coming. This is a just plain felt. More of this. This was an old jacket that I got, and I love this color. This is wool, so this is actual wool. It's not wool felt. And you can felt wool if you throw it in the washer and dryer, and it will kind of scrunch up. Yeah, and so this I think is really pretty. It's fun to embroider on, and you can die cut it. Sometimes this will come apart a little. It might fray, but just put some little fray check around it. Yeah, that orange is really cool. So anyway, I don't know why I brought all these, but this was an interesting, this is the Eco-Fi gray, and this is a pink. And that's what I was originally thinking for Trinity, Nora, because it's kind of a Barbie, but then I went with the blue. So this is a printed felt, and it's craft felt, but it's like a big piece of it, and I don't know where I got it. But I'm going to use this with the other felt today. And here's another big piece. Again, couldn't tell you, but it's probably a half a yard. Maybe it's from Joann's? I have no idea. And more of the gray. So that's what I have. Let me go ahead and show you what I have ready to go, and we'll make it. Okay. This is a nice green. I thought we could use that. There's some of that white. I have a purple. These are all wool. And here are some threads. This is what takes the longest. This is why I was late coming on. I had to coordinate. And then I thought I was going to do a blue, and I thought, no, I'm going to embroider with the white so you guys can see. Not that my hands are cold, and I'm probably all creaky. This is that blue, so I'm going to cut one cover from the blue, and I'm going to cut one from the craft felt, and we'll make our little needle book. Okay, sorry it took so long to get to this point, but lots going on here, guys. All right, here's our machine, here's our die, and here is the flowers if we need them. Okay, I'm not sure how much we're going to get up to. I do have beautiful colors. I know. I love in the winter just sitting in my chair and doing some stitching. Nothing like it. All right, so this is going to fit. Now, because this is that wool felt that is kind of hard to get, I trim it pretty closely, but I did want the piece here because I'm going to use that for a closure. All right, so here is my die, my wool, and off we go. And you're going to see how easy it cuts. All right, Charlotta. Karen had stitched from childhood, but no confidence till you met. Oh, that's so nice. All right, here's our little closure, and here's our wool. Now, see, I would keep this, and I could get some little flowers out of this. So there's that one. Okay, and you cannot see those score lines. You don't need them on this because you just fold it. It doesn't matter which way. Now this is a little wrinkly, so I might have to press that after. Okay, and here's the other one. Now, I'm going to give you a trick. This might cut, I'm not sure. But if it doesn't, I have a workaround. All right, I don't know. This is the edge, the selvage, so actually, I'll do this one. All right, and I'm just putting the face down, but it doesn't matter. It's kind of a different way of working with these dies when you're not cutting mat board, you know. It would be great to get together in a video chat and stitch together. That would be fun. Now, I did it twice because it could stick, and it's just easier to roll it through. Oh, all right, yeah, it's sticking a tiny bit, you can see. So you just take your scissors, you go around, and you snip. Not a big deal. Okay, but that shows you that it's not wool, in case you can't figure it out. The wool is more expensive. You kind of have to be in like a quilt shop or someplace that carries it, because it's not that common. It's usually this stuff. And you could pull it, but I don't want to do that. Okay. I think I got it. Nope. See, you can't even see the strings. Right. Okay. That's pretty. I mean, for whatever that was, however much that cost, I'm sure it wasn't much. That's kind of pretty. Okay. So let's get the base put together first, and hopefully my hands are warm enough to stitch. I use just basic stitches. All right, so here's the one. That's going to be our outer cover. So let me get the, there's my original, this one here. So if you can't remember how you did it, just open up, go look back on here. Let me put this down a little bit more. It's a little harder to see the comments, but okay. And then this one, I'm just going to fold up. And I wish it had a color underneath, but we could cut another color and put that in, but it's going to add more bulk and all right. And then you're just going to stitch that so it looks like that. Okay, so easy. It's just 2 needle books put together. All right, so it looks like I just took, and you know what I might do for this one, because I don't like how it has that white showing. So I'm just going to fold this one over. But if you have something with a nice backing, you know, I just don't like that white. But I would pull it down a little bit. It goes beyond this. So when you fold it, you can see a little bit of that showing, which I do like. Okay. So we didn't talk about needles. Let me find them. There are so many different kinds of needles out there, guys. Very confusing. So there's tapestry, and those are blunt, but they have a nice wide head. These are crewel needles, which are a little bit thinner. Well, you know, then let's see. These are 1822, which one of them is the length. Oh, yeah, these are a set of 3. So 18, 20, 22 probably is the height. And then some of them have, the crewel needles are thinner, you know. So actually, I like to use these. I couldn't find them. They're a little harder to thread. And then, you know, you can get your kind of assortment pack, you know, just use what is most comfortable for you. And now is when I put on my glasses. And I'm going to take some white because I feel like you guys could see that. And I'm already nervous because I can never start my blanket stitch. Just when I think I have figured it out, I can't do it. I always cut this long because I don't like to have to patch or, you know, match up things in the center. You know, when you get going, you're on a roll, and then you have to like re-thread. It's just a pain. All right. Oh yes, first time. All right, so I just knot the bottom, and I'm using all 6 strands. You could use 3, but I think the 6 strands are going to show up a little better. And there's some cool way to tie knots, but I don't know how to do it. I watch the videos, but I'm not coordinated. All right, so let's get our knot at the end. And I'm going to start like right here. And I'm going to go into it from the center so you don't see where this little tail is going to be. Tuck that in. Can you guys see okay? Wow, that's pretty tight. Okay, so you could pin this. You know, lately I have been using magnets to keep my stuff together. And it's kind of cool because you don't have to pin it, or I put some on my file cabinet, but they like came apart. I can never get these apart. That's so annoying. Then they break and your hands are destroyed. But I like the idea of it, so I'm going to put one on the back, one on the front, and that'll keep it together where I want, okay? I should put one down here too, but And you can pin that too. All right, so this is how I start, but I would say go online and figure it out. Once I get going, I'm fine, but just figure out where you want to. All right, I guess it's already started, so I'm going to make a loop. I may have to take it back out. All right, so now I'm just going to bring this up here, cheat. Once we get going, we'll be fine. All right, and then I'm just going to start, you know, this is the trickiest part, to keep it consistent. And then I just loop it around the back and bring it forward. Now, hopefully this is going to work, but this is the first one, so it's always questionable. Okay, there we go. We're good. And then you're just going to go around like that. And this is kind of deep, so I'm going to move that a little. You won't notice it because it's on the end, and I don't want to start again. So you just go around like that, okay? And keep pulling it every time you go, all right? You can space them out. You can do them however you want. You'll get into your rhythm. This is really long thread, but I do not want to have to change it while we're going, but I probably will. Oh, all right. Now, see, I didn't grab that. I did not, but that's okay because you can pull it out here, come in from the other way, and grab it, okay? And so it's going to make this fun little pattern here. Just have to remember to bring it around. And you do get in a rhythm after a while. Oh my Lord. Of course, everybody's watching. But you just want to pull this tight so that they all, and it should look nice on the front and back. This one is not going to be a masterpiece, but you know what? Nora will see it, and I'll tell her I messed up there. You know, try to keep it even. She will love this. I think she's really going to get into it. So let me just do, oh, this is bad, guys. Sorry. But it really feels nice to stitch through, and I have 3 layers of felt. So you get the idea. And then I just go around the whole needle book, and that is basically it. You know, we're going to get to a point here where I'm not really attaching anything. It's just decorative, which is fine. And by now I should be getting in my rhythm. If I saw this and I was doing it for me, I would take it out. But I'm sorry, I don't want to do that all over again. Yes. Oh, thank you, Charlotta. Let's see how our Instagram friends are doing over here. Oh, hey guys. All right, they're probably bored out of their minds. So you guys, are you in a stitchy mood now that it's getting chilly and you have to be inside and there's nothing going on outside and it's fun? This is my favorite time to stitch. It's still not that cold here though, but it's getting there. Hi, Carol Lewis. Oh, that's all right. We're glad you're here. All right. So this is good. Now, sometimes it shifts when you're going around and not paying attention. So I think I am going to go ahead and add 2 more magnets if I can. Oh, actually, I should use these. I got them at a trade show. Oh, wait a minute. I have some even open. They're called Sew Tights. And I didn't like them because they were big, but this might be handy. And you can't get them apart. Let's see. This one here. Whoa. That's why I like the little ones, but Yeah, so they gave us free ones. I thought that was really nice. That's when I thought, magnets, yes. They're really strong. I think they're more for sewing, but still cool. So this is what they look like. They came in a set of, I don't know how many, pack of 12 pack. They're heavy. They're strong. I just have like smaller ones for paper crafting, but same idea. All right, I'm going to catch one more little edge here. Might as well get as much strength as you can. And so the trick about this is to just be consistent and, you know, make it look pretty. And it goes along pretty quick. What do you guys think about doing like a stitch party some night? Like we could all wear our pajamas. You guys in the UK could do it now. I still have to have clothes on in case I have to go out. Somebody came and knocked, they were pounding on the door. I went running upstairs like, what the heck? And it was some salesperson for siding. I was like, you made me run up the stairs for that? I said, no, I'm in a call, which I wasn't, but I was mad. Those poor people. What a horrible job. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody wants a roof. I remember one time my stepdad, Vince, he was probably 85, and somebody called him because they were selling windows on the phone. And he said, he started yelling at him, and he said, no, I don't want your windows. I'm an old man, and I don't even own my own home. Oh, Vincey, he was funny. Anyway, again, has nothing to do with anything, but your mind wanders when you're stitching, which is kind of fun. You think about people, like who it's going to go to, they're going to like it. So what did you guys think of that release party? That was something, wasn't it? I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. But it is getting more even, see? Now I'm getting worried about where I'm going to have to restart my white thread, because I can never, I know there's tricks to it, but I never am able to do it, which drives me crazy. Yes, the stitch party, you might be counting cross stitch. Oh yeah, that's fine. I've done a lot of that. I'd like to get back into that too. I want to do it all, guys, don't you? We can. We have the stuff. All right, so this is a little tricky going around but it's a very gentle slope. So you just follow the contour of the pattern, you know, the die cut. It's really not that sharp. All right, I'm not going to keep doing this because I want to show you how to put on the little loop thing here. So let's see if we need any more stitching. I think it should be good. You know, so the only other thing that we're going to do is we're going to attach the strap here. And you could do it either way if you use 2 flowers. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. We're going back here. Wow, this thing is strong. Let's make sure it's matched up. So this comes around. So we do one here, you know, just stitch a flower or something, and then another one and put the Velcro on. So let's do this one with the flower. A button would be pretty too. I have a bunch of buttons. Where did they go? Well, they may not be big enough or the right color. Here's a nice little purple one. Oh, let's do that. Oh, good. I'm glad you had fun at the release party. Me too. All right, now, well, yeah, we're going to need another needle. I don't want to take that off the other one. So let's do that one with purple. You only need a little bit. All right. See, it's just speeding along. Isn't this easy? You really could whip these out. Just die cut a whole bunch of them. You know, cats and quilting. I would think they'd be after all your stuff. Watching the threads moving along. All right, I'm just going to trim that off. And we'll stitch the button on. All right. Wait a minute. I just have to keep making sure I'm going the right way. I'm going to have it so the Velcro catches on here because I don't know if it's going to stick to my craft felt. So we'll do here. Okay. That's cute. A little different. So I'm going to bring my needle up in between. This might be a little... I probably should have done this first, I will say. You know, before we went to town on that, but that's all right. And just line that up and bring it through, but don't put it through to this layer. Your cat steals pencils from your craft room. Yeah. Oh, this might be a little bit of a pain. Oh, not bad. Just make sure you get it in the middle, because I have some that I did not get in the middle. They drove me crazy. I had to do them again. Sometimes things get on my nerve, but I can still stand it. Sometimes got to do it. Oh, this is up. Did I stitch it on? I can cut it. Yeah, there. So I'm going to just wrap it around. And then bring it through the back and tie that off. You won't be able to see that, so it doesn't look so hot, but I'm using purple. That's right, Karen, because Nora likes pink and purple. So the sacrifices I make. No, I like this purple. It's not too much. Sorry, purple people. All right. Okay, so the button is on. The only thing, you know, we were just trying to attach this. That's all. This is not our latch. All right. Sorry, guys. I feel like all thumbs here. At least my hands weren't too hot. Too cold. Oh, look at that. You can use your little magnet to rest your needle. Okay, now yeah, we can do this other one. All right, let's just quickly cut a flower because I want to show you how easy it is to do. But then let's wool felt. So let me get I'm not even going to use my chrome plate. It's just the regular platform. All right, and let's do the little one. I think that would fit better. I don't even have to do this. I have millions of them. I have millions of cut flowers. And let's do from our scrap a little center so it looks different. Where did I put it? So this, we'll do the flower center, okay? You're not going to believe it. Cuts like butter. Let's just do one pass so you can see. Where do I get my wool felt? I look wherever I can find it. I look for it and get it when I see it. I've gotten some in Maine, just random stores. You just never know. Like quilt stores or fabric stores, like Independence, you know. And we could do a little leaf too, if you want. This is when I get on my cutting frenzies because it's like, well, if I'm doing one, I might as well cut this color because when I'm leaving, you know, if I'm going somewhere, that's the one I'm going to want. And I don't have it. And it never hurts to have these. Oops. It'd be pretty to have a little leaf sticking out, or two. Oh, okay, we've got the, I know. Well, this, yeah, the wool, look at that. I mean, it's perfect. Let's just do one more. This might be kind of big for the closure piece, but we'll have to lay it out and see. Sorry guys, I always would like to do stitching videos, but they're kind of boring. I mean, you're just sitting there stitching, stitching, stitching. So I haven't done a lot of them, even though I stitch a lot. Now, you could do your French knots on here. I'm just going to glue it for now because of time. And it works fine if you can get your glue to come out. I think this bottle is almost done, so sorry guys. Fabric pens. Yes, that's true. Why is this not plunging? Ugh, come on. I don't know. Let me get out my art glitter. Oh, where is it? Got some tape on it. All right, don't fail me. There we go. I would give a good coat because there's a lot of fibers and you want it to stick. And when it dries, it's probably going to be a little stiff, but you're not going to notice that. Okay. And I'm just going to stick that on there. All right. Cute. All right, let's see what it looks like on our little thingy here. Maybe we just want the flower. I don't know. This might be too much. We could cut it. It's another thing to stick out. I think the flower is fine. All right, and then we would just stitch that on. I must have used up my thread. What did I do with it? That's the other thing. Things get lost. I just had a needle, but good thing I have a batch of them here. I do like the thinner ones. They just move nicer. And you could do little French knots on here. Well, let's do that because then you can see how to do a French knot. I mean, not that I'm any expert, but I've done a lot of them. I will say that. And some people don't put knots at the end of theirs, but I do because I want to make sure that they're anchored in there and they're not going anywhere. Because who knows who's going to be using it and how hard, like a child, you know, they may have a little sister who goes to town. All right. Oh, yeah, man, I'm on a roll with threading this needle. You love French knots? They're fun. Well, see, what I would do is just, you could do the French knots before you stitch it on, which would be prettier because you're going to have a thing under here. But you're also going to have Velcro on there that will cover it. So let's just do a French knot right here. It's small, but I'm going to go right in the middle. Now, sometimes that glue is going to be a problem because it gets stiff, but I can't imagine that it would do it right away. All right, so now I put my knot in there. Now what I do is I just take my needle, I wrap it around one time, I put it back, not in the same hole, but right next to it, and then I wrap my thread so it's tight, like this. Can you see that? And then I pull it through. Bunch of stitchlet dies. Yes, I know. And then just slowly, because it can knot on the way. See, isn't that cute? So I'll just do a couple of them. And you could mix colors, that would be pretty, or yellow would be nice on here, but well, it wouldn't go. Oh, there's a little yellow in that felt. And it's kind of hard because it's a little piece here. You're usually working on like a, you know, larger base. And I have 6 strands of floss, so that's, see, like a little smiley face. And I just kind of spread them out. They're fun to practice. I mean, I can't get the right spot here. No, I keep coming right up in the same place. Yes, the Heart Journal was a good one for stitching. I did a lot of stitching. Sometimes they, you know, get twisted. You have to let them loosen up. It's hard to do this like on a desk, but anyway, you guys get the idea. So maybe I'll do a couple more and then I'm just going to sew it on. Sorry, this is going late here, but that's the thing with stitching, you know, it just takes a little time. Let's see if I can go a little faster here. And this you don't want to do is get it twisted up. That's a pain. All right, I'm just going to do this one and one more, and then we'll stitch it to the thing and we'll be done, except for going around, you know, with the blanket stitch. Now see, I would want to do more of these because they're not going to be even. I'm very compulsive at some times. And other times I just don't care. Like, just get it done. Who's going to know? Stitch in time saves 9. That's right, Glum. And this is, I probably should have like a thimble. All right, I am not a good demonstrator, but all right, now our floss is down here. I can always add more French knots after if I want. So now it's down. I'm going to just stitch this onto here and pull that through. And I would just do a couple little stitches and then you're good. And then you just need like your Velcro. See, I should have just done another French knot from the bottom, but it's a lot of layers here. I'm trying to get through to the bottom there. just to tack that down. That wasn't a good move. Oh well. All right. Well, anyway, I would take a couple more stitches. I don't want to keep you guys. Oh, what did I do here? All right, that's supposed to go around the back. We're okay. But I think I will go ahead and do some more, a couple more little French knots there, and then you would just take the Velcro with the fuzzy end. Oh no. See how it sticks? So I like the ones with the little grabbers here. Wait a minute. Is it that one or the fuzzy end? Let's see. I thought it was. Where are the fuzzy ones? Well, here's the fuzzy piece. Let's see. No. It is this grabbing one. Yeah. It's the one that has all the little bumps, but not fuzzy. You know what I mean? Okay. Sorry, guys. I hope this wasn't too boring. But you can see how easy it is. If you have the die, you could just crank out a whole bunch of these. I think they would... Oh, there's my needle. Duh. Okay. And this is going to come around here when it's done and just secure by your Velcro sticking onto this. And you can just use regular household Velcro that you have. And then, you know, you're going to have your little pocket here. Actually, you can put your needles right along here and close it up over it. And you could put your scissors inside the pocket and they would stay because it's going to fold over if you have little ones. And then let's just take these off so you can... Wait a minute, I'm going to put them back on the file cabinet. I hate trying to tear them apart. But it's very easy. Isn't it cute? I hope Nora likes it. I think she will. And, you know, it's adjustable. But you could see, this would be even cute to make a little notebook out of. And just put instead, you know, you could tuck a little notebook inside or use this as the binding and just have a felt cover for a little notebook. Lots of options, guys. All right. Okay, well, thanks for watching, guys. And I will be back Tuesday. I'm probably going to be at my sister's. So I'm not sure what we'll do, but something, hopefully. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. And, you know, try something new. Just go for it. What the heck? You know, why not? Okay? All right. Have a great weekend, guys, and see you soon. And thanks, Instagram friends, for hanging in there.